Let's move on now. Helping the people of Ukraine has become a top priority for so many organizations across the world, and that includes the Catholic Church. Bishop Bohdan Danylo out of Parma, Ohio, is the first American bishop to travel to the Ukrainian border following the Russian invasion. We have the pleasure of speaking to him this morning live to let us know what he has seen. Good morning to you, Bishop. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So tell me, what resulted in your trip there? What was your goal?
First of all, to see people who are fleeing. Keep in mind, in Ukraine, 11 million people moved from east to the border with European Union, and over 2.5 million people are already in Poland. So I wanted to come, greet them, and bring a little bit of home, Ukrainian spirit to them, to those who had to flee the war-torn Ukraine.
So I want to know what your reaction, if you can kind of give us a visual, a picture of what you experienced while you were there. So those of us who have no idea firsthand what's going on can really see what you dealt with. What was that like?
First of all, if you walk on the street of Chicago, just remove all the men who are older than 18 to 60. That's the reality of those women and children who cross the border. They had to travel from east. Those pictures that we saw of Mariupol basically destroyed the same way as Aleppo in Syria was destroyed a number of years ago. They spent 3-4 days traveling the distance of 8 hours by car, and now they enter into quasi-safety in European Union, but they are strangers. So they are struggling, they need food, they need medicine, and they need help to know that they are not alone, that somebody is caring for them.
So you're talking about what they need. What can people here do to make sure that that happens?
First of all, to pray. Pray for a ceasefire. Second, tell the truth and try to encourage our government to be more proactive so that war does not spill into European continent. Europe 75 years ago believed that they are living through the last war, and today we're having once again in the middle of Europe. Keep in mind that Ukraine is actually center of Europe if you look at the entire continent. And third, to help financially, to maybe support those people who are outside of Ukraine, to provide them with living necessities, and also help those who are in Ukraine. There are still huge number of people in Ukraine. Just to compare, for us, 11 million of Ukrainians is 25% of the nation. It will be like 85 millions of Americans moving, let's say, to Mexico or Canada. Could you envision that situation?
No, and you are painting quite the picture there. It just seems impossible to imagine what is actually happening. You are a man of God. You often counsel people. So this is your job, this is your mission. But I want to know, how do you compare what you have just experienced with things you have done in the past? How did you leave there?
Your heart is broken. You know, I was in Ukraine on February 9th. I'm a member of the Permanent Synod, which is administrative council of our bishops. And less than 2 weeks before the war, I was walking on the street of Lviv. I met with the head of our church who was in Kyiv, and then 2 weeks later, he has to be in a basement hiding because there are bullets and rockets flying over him. A nation that did not provoke Russia, a nation that wishes to live in peace with everyone, is today being destroyed by the power that's larger, that is trying to invade a sovereign nation.
Yeah. Bishop Bohdan, we so appreciate you joining us and to come and tell us about what's needed. Hopefully our viewers will respond. Please continue to do your work. We so appreciate you taking time to talk to us this morning.
Thank you, and God bless you all. Have a blessed Easter. Enjoy freedom, family, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
That's a beautiful way to leave. Thank you so much again. You take care.
God bless you.
We'll be right back.